A very good morning to the students of class 8, and as we have already completed the syllabus for chemistry, we will be discussing about reviewing some discussion about some of the important topics. That is why we are going on with the revision part of the chemistry syllabus. Today our point of discussion will be metals and non-metals, and I hope you all know what are metals and non-metals. As I have told you all that what are metals, like the most common example that comes to your mind is about iron, right? Then we have also some other metals like tin, aluminium, copper. So those are all metals. And then non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus, even the gases like oxygen, hydrogen, they are actually non-metals, and there are some elements like silicon, then arsenic, antimony, germanium, which have the similarity between which have some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals, and they are considered to be the sandwich between the metals and non-metals. And so what happens here is that they are known as metalloids. Those are known as metalloids, as I told you, the example for metalloids are arsenic, then silicon, antimony. So those are metalloids, and why they are known as metalloids? Because they have some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals, and they are being placed, means the elements are being placed in a systematic order in the increasing atomic mass, atomic number in the periodic table. So in the periodic table where they are the elements, the different elements, 118 elements that has been discovered till date has been placed in a table, and that table is known as periodic table. And as it is being placed in that manner, the metalloids are placed in between the metals and the non-metals. So actually when you are defining metals from the electronic point of view, then what do we tell? That metals are defined as elements that form positive ions by losing electrons. That means they can lose electrons and they can become positive ions. Why they can become positive ions? Because electrons are negatively charged. So when you are removing a negative charge from an element, that becomes a positive ion, right? So, and then on the other hand, non-metals can be defined as those elements which forms negative ions by gaining electrons. Now since electrons are negatively charged and they gain electrons, so they will become negative ions, right? So and for metals, please remember that the number of valence electron. Now what is valence electron? The electrons that are present in the outermost shell. So when they are containing 1, 2 and 3 valence electron, then they are metals, right? So when they are containing VE is valence electron, that means the electrons that are present in the outermost shell. So when they are containing 1, 2 and 3 valence electron, they are known as the metals. And when they are containing 5, 6 and 8 valence electron, then they are considered, not 8, because 8 will be your octet, no? And this is 7. So when they are containing this 5, 6 and 7 valence electron, they are considered to be the non-metals. So like oxygen, it has 6 electrons. That is why 6 valence electrons. That is why the oxygen will be considered to be a non-metal. Similarly, like sodium, it has 1 valence electron. That is why it will be a metal. So based on that, by knowing the valence electron, you can of course find out you can also find out that whether an element is a metal or a non-metal. And these elements which are having 4 valence electron, that are considered to be metalloids. So when they are having 4 valence electron, they are considered to be metalloids, and the noble gas with 8 valence electron. Noble gases are what? The inert gases like helium, argon, krypton, xenon. They are the inert gas. Why they are known as inert gas? Because they are non-reactive. Why they are non-reactive? Because they have 8 valence electron. That means 8 electrons are there in the outermost cell. That is why since the octet is complete, that is why they need not accept electrons, or they need not give out electrons from their electronic configuration, and that is why they are known to be inert gas or noble gas, because they are not reactive. Why they are not reactive? As I have told you, the valence electron is complete. That means the octet is complete for the for the noble gas. So, and those metals which the noble gas with 4 valence electron, they do not form ions and can be classified and they cannot be really classified as metals or non-metals, and hence they either and since they are gases, they show the physical properties or the characteristics of gas. So how do metals actually exist? Now, as you know that generally we need to actually metals and non-metals is a very important chapter regarding metallurgy, because you know about the process how the metals are being extracted. So the metals actually are deep inside the Earth's crust, and it is a very it's a very extensive process of extracting the metals from its ore. Now, when those metals which are the ores which are present under the Earth's crust, what happens here is that the ores, exactly like suppose we have to be concerned about the ores, about the percentage of a metal in which it is present in that particular ore. Because if we try to extract or take out the metals from a certain ore where the percentage of that metal is very less, it will be an extensive, and also it is not economically viable, because the costing part also we have to be concerned. So that is why when you are extracting the metal from a particular ore, you also have to know the amount of metal that is present in that particular ore, so that while you are taking out the metal from that particular ore, it means the percentage is more, and it becomes economically more profitable to do so. So if that means when you are mining the rocks and you are extracting the metal, that is known as, such rocks are known as ores. So as I redefined ores, actually what are ores? The rocks that are present under the Earth's crust, where you can extract the metal in a profitable, or you can mine the metal, mine the ores mine the rocks in a profitable way, so that the amount of metal which we can extract it from the rock is known as ores. So in this ores, the useful metallic mineral is mixed with other minerals which is not of much use, and those impurities which are present in these minerals are known as gangue. So it is gangue, right? This U and E is a silent word, and that is why means the impurities that is present in the metals are known as gangue, and these impurities have to be removed from the ores, and then only we can use the metal in a better way. That is why, as I told you, this process is known as metallurgy, because the metallurgy is that means the metallurgy, it has to be in such a way that it has to be be in a profitable way, so that the metals that is being extracted is the amount of metal that is extracted from a particular rock is mined in a profitable way, so that you can use it in a proper way. So we will have a discussion more, and then if you have any doubts or anything to clear out, please do come up in the Zoom class so that your doubts can be cleared. Till that time, you have a great time ahead. Thank you.